Previously, in the dungeon of the Mad Mage, the party found themselves surrounded by cold fog on the 12th floor of Undermountain. An escort from the Drow House Freth awaited them, and their brief journey through the misty maze was punctuated by the thunderous roars of minotaurs. But the party and their escort were able to safely extricate themselves from the fog and its inhabitants. The party was then led through an iron-webbed barricade and through a series of successively larger caverns. All the while, the forces of House Freth made themselves known around the party. If this were some sort of trap or betrayal, the party would have dozens of combatants to fight their way through, at the least. Shortly thereafter, the party found themselves facing a massive obsidian fortress, Spiderwatch Keep, of 15-foot jet black walls, fully manned, and all the while, ashes could smell the stink of sulfur. Upon entering the wall, the party witnessed Balrin receiving a hero's return. But though the drow did seem happy to see his fellows once more, there was something different that now set him apart from them. Beyond the entry gate, the party was greeted by Rilna Freth, Eralal's sister and the captain of the Spiderwatch Guard. Rilna was an interesting figure, a cross between rugged military discipline and chaotic spontaneity. She was polite, yet appraising of the party, and of Balrin. But whatever her intentions, it seemed as if the party passed her inspection. She led them to the mouth of the obsidian fortress, shaped like a great scarab, and guided them inside. The party shortly found themselves in an audience chamber where Eralal Freth, the Great Mother, played the harp while seated upon a crystal divan. The pregnant state she was in did nothing to diminish the raw power, beauty, or stately authority that she held. Her brother, the Archmage Driven Freth, was there as well, all charm and confidence. But the party, experienced adventurers one and all, could tell this was no cad, but a careful performance by a dangerous man. As the party was introduced, they recognized another drow individual here. Vicadara, one of the two drow that had been with Dirzana Freth when the party freed them from the Sethian scourges in the Slither Swamp. Vicadara was reporting on Dirzana's capture at the hands of House Avrindar. And just like that, the party, who had started as adventurers but months ago, were suddenly thrust into negotiations with a powerful drow household over the concepts of alliance and war. Initially, conversations were tame, Eralal and Driven recognizing Balrin's accomplishments and cordially entertaining the idea of a partnership with the party. But as things came down to brass tacks, it became more apparent to both sides that they could say all the words in the world, but without actually knowing what either side was capable of, would they really be able to trust that this was a worthwhile partnership? And so Eralal proposed a test, sparring, really, so that both sides could prove to the other that aside from the various allies and information they could bring to the table, their own power would merit an alliance. Since the party, including Mossy, was a total of 5, Eralal invited both Balrin and Vicadara to join into the sparring session. That meant that House Freth was still only 4 members. So Eralal summoned a 5th, and out from the shadows, apparating as if from nowhere, came Zaran, the dark dancer of House Freth. The battle began, and things got bloody fast, though it was clear from the outset that the more powerful members of House Freth were perhaps pulling their punches, or at least trying to make sure that the party had time to show off their strength. And show their strength they did. Great feats of power, intricate magic, cunning speed, and incorruptible inner strength were all put on full display. The party was fighting, perhaps not in earnest, but close to it. And though they forced Vikadara and Balrin to surrender quickly, the other 3 drow were proving their power. Zaran leaping through shadows with deadly capability, Driven, Archmage of the Tower Sorcerer, incredibly skilled in his control of magic, only barely being kept at bay by Ezrah and the inner calm of an alien monk, and the Great Mother herself, her pregnancy apparently of no concern as she swung about her massive glaive and continuously healed her allies' wounds. The sparring continued, but the party's abilities were flagging. The question was, just how far did they need to take things to prove their worth? Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.